Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands in my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And how we doing? Happy morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are on this Thursday. We are back to recap the week that was in Marvel Legends news. And luckily for us, there is or unluckily, I guess how you see it, there's always a pre-order on a Thursday. Now, sometimes we're excited to discuss this pre-order, and sometimes it can start controversy and rifts within the community, but we've been there before. We have dealt with that, and we're long past that. That's not happening anymore. You're in a safe place. If you're here on the show today, this is a safe place to think anything you like, and this man will tell you exactly what he thinks. It is, of course, Richard.
Yeah, I haven't backed it because I think it's a disservice to the whole community if you back it, and I think you're a piece of shit if you back this. Basically, in 2 years' time, Red Widow's going to be $100. That's what you're doing. I know. I'm not backing it. I know. I don't think anyone will. No one will back this. No one will. Oh, hiya, Dan. All right. How's it going? How's it going? You all right?
Hello, mate. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt your phone call there. Did you happen to be talking about the new Marvel Legends Maximum series Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, maximum price, Dan. That's what it is. Maximum price.
That is maximum.
£50.
Look, I'm just saying, if you watched our stream from a couple of weeks ago, we tried to give you the heads up. Now, by no means Me and Rich approving of this price.
It'll never sell for £50 now. What are you all about? What are you talking about?
Rich, hang on, sorry, mate. Breaking news. It's sold out. It's gone. I feel like that guy off South Park. It's like, and it's gone. It's gone.
All of yous out there who've bought this. I want to take a look at myself. My history. I haven't bought it. I'm for the community. I am. You pieces of shit. The rest of you.
Look, me and Rich, you know me and Rich, we like to do themes, we like to do lists, we like to just dive into the history of Marvel Legends, but we felt like today would be a waste to do any of that because no one would pay attention, as 2 hours ago, the pre-order for this Marvel Legends, this controversial in brackets...
they officially announced the price, Dan. Don't bury the lead now. The official price was finally revealed.
Even though we sort of told you what the price was a couple of weeks ago, you can go back to the stream and listen if you really want to.
As did the rest of the internet as well. Yes. We knew many weeks ago.
Yes, the price was out there. But again, until things officially shown, you just never know. You never know. But yes,
they could have made it more, couldn't they? They could have gone, they paid 50. Let's put it for 60. Go on.
So the new Spider-Man Maximum Series Spider-Man has now, it's gone up for pre-order. I went up for pre-order today, and surprisingly, Rich, a bit of positive. Let's just start off with a positive first. It's due out on the 15th of April, which isn't too far. That's quicker than I expected, right?
Yeah, it's quite a quick turnaround, you know. For all those millions of accessories they've got to produce. Oh, it's a tight schedule over there.
People are eager for that web sperm. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is.
I do want the web sperm. Honestly, anyone, hit me up. If you bought 10 of these, hit me up and I'll buy a web sperm off you. Thank you very much.
So this went up for pre-order today at 6 o'clock UK time. I think it was 1 p.m. Eastern, and then is that like 8 a.m. Pacific maybe? But it went up for pre-order. And this was the sort of moment that people are waiting for, because no one's happy with the price. I don't think any single person is happy with the price. I think the general...
Hasbro happy.
Yeah, okay. Hasbro executives are happy with the price, but no one in the community is sitting back comfortably going, yeah, I see the value there. I think everyone appreciates that they are trying something different and trying to add a cram pack, a figure with accessories, but we'd rather it wasn't that high price point. And again, we will talk about it, and we'll talk about it eventually selling out in multiple places. So what message does that send to Hasbro? But again, that's another topic. And I also today I've went on eBay again, just because I like to feel like me and Rich know our shit about Marvel Legends, right? We've been collecting long enough, and the unfortunate reality is, right, Spider-Man is probably the most popular Marvel character amongst
more than Red Widow,
throughout all the generations, right?
Will someone tell Jesse Falcon, please? Thank you.
If you did a survey, I think Spider-Man is the most well-known Marvel character. He's multi-generational. He's got the most forms of media out there, whether it be cartoons, movies, comics, books, toys, whatever it is. I'm sure people have got reminds me of the Turtles back in the day, where there was curtains and bedspreads and bloody jigsaws and you can find Spider-Man anything. So it makes sense.
Is Michelangelo the Spider-Man of the Turtles? I think he is, isn't he?
I think Phil Jones would agree with that. Phil Jones is a big Michelangelo fan. So Spider-Man's a good way, to start the Maximum series, because the Marvel Legends of Spider-Man always do well. And regardless of what price they are at retail, that price always goes up on the aftermarket. And it's the community that drive up that price, because people want it. So we're in a catch-22 situation, a rock and a hard place, because as much as we would want to stay strong and try and be send the right message to Hasbro and say, no, this is too much, we're not comfortable paying this, when it sells out within minutes, literally minutes, people, it started selling out in places, you're sort of sending the opposite message. So again, it's an awkward one. And everyone's going to have their own opinion. And again, that everyone is right to their own opinion. Everyone perceives value.
Are they all right, Dan? I don't think some of them are right.
I have let me get into the housekeeper before we dive into this topic today. But obviously, the topic is going to be just general discussion about this Maximum Spider-Man series and just prices and eBay and the aftermarket, that type of stuff in general. But not in a grumpy old man YouTube way. We'll still have some fun with it, all right, people? So let us be...
That's the most fun, Dan. man. That's the most fun.
Let us know you're here. Let us know you're here in the chat, and we can say hello. Let me just get the housekeeping out of the way first and foremost, all right? So, today we are going to be doing the Dan Who Extra Show as we have been doing now. Every single Thursday, there is a bonus show. If you're a channel member at the Who Crew Deluxe tier, you can join us on that bonus show, literally be our guest and give us your opinions on today's topic. And if we get 5 super chats during this stream, I will leave it so it is public. So, you get a little extra bit of content on this Thursday afternoon. But again, if you support the channel, you get to be a part of the channel. It's so simple. If you don't want to do that, super chats are open. Fridays genuinely changed the voice. I don't know what's happened. I think she's been replaced with Thursday. I have no idea what's going on. But anything over £4 or $4, you'll see what I'm talking about. We appreciate you. And again, hit that join button. That's what it's all about. Become a part of the community that we are building here. And if you are, you probably would have noticed that I was live this week at In Demand Toys. Did you watch me, Rich, or did you catch a little bit of it? I seen you in the chat, I think, for a moment.
I did watch a tiny bit of it.
Yeah, so I was at In Demand Toys.
There wasn't enough Craig. I just got to say that. Sorry, Jay, but
yeah, sorry. Craig. Yeah, so Craig was busy signing autographs. His table was very busy, very busy. So yeah, I went to In Demand Toys and did an unboxing. So full transparency. Obviously, In Demand Toys did this event last year, and they are continuing to do it annually. And Hasbro graciously sent out some newer pre-orders to so we could check them out in hand for the first time. So they didn't send us the whole Marvel Legends wave. They just sent us 2 out of the new mini comics wave. They also sent some Transformers. They also sent some Star Wars, so that we could have a little extra incentive of being there on the day, plus 20% off everything. I think Adam, Jay and Craig all spent triple figures like on toys. Do you know, like they all went definitely did a bit of backtracking. But there is a live stream.
Two maximum figures then they got each, is it?
Yeah, I guess essentially, yeah. Just 2 figures each. Yeah, there's a live stream up. Now again, yes, it would take us 5 minutes to unbox a figure, but it's a show, people. We're live on YouTube. There's a bit of banter, there's a bit of conversation. So it's a mini live stream, if you will. But we do open up in hand the Adam Warlock and the Iron Man Ultimate figure, and we get to check out those little comics. So if you want to see that and see me and Jay, it is there. And you'll see how far I hang with a banjo as well, by the way. Shout out Shelley, who genuinely brought that. Literally, very good. She formed a band and everything. But I did want to say, I also filmed my very first episode of Toyota and Toys, Rich. Basically, we filmed a podcast in the car on the way back. Considering 4 regulars of Legends and Liquor were in a car, I thought I'd film a little podcast. Now, it was in a car, so the production value isn't great, so I thought I'd just leave it for channel members, because again, I feel like I'm amongst friends with channel members. They'd probably be less critical. So if you are a channel member, you want to see this extra bonus video, this very first episode of Toyota and Toys, a podcast from my car, then you can do so. It is live on the channel now. But you will probably also notice Hush. Riss sent Husk across for me to review. I am taking good care of her, Rich, I promise. Rich has been waiting 30 plus years for this figure. Is that right, Rich?
Yeah, it was like -5 when this was first came out, when it has debuted in the comic book. That's what I was just a little spider sperm back then.
Spider sperm. So you actually said something in the comments that this Husk was originally meant to be in wave 3 of the Toy Biz Generation X that never happened.
Yeah. Husk, Monet, and I think 3 of G Nation, Marvel's team. They were supposed to be in the wave 3, but they never came out. Away they went.
So now we've got, in Marvel Legends form, Monet and Husk. So
exactly.
I did do more reviews.
They got away.
We have them now, and we also I've got a couple more sneaking into the UK. So again, Rich managed to track down Fabian Cortez. But this arrived in the UK today. So you got this as well, Rich, right?
Yeah.
And what does Rob Pollock say this is? This is like extreme.
It is extreme. That's what it is. Extreme X-Men Wolverine, but it kind of you can fudge it as an ultimate X-Men Wolverine or X-Men Evolution Season 4 Wolverine as well.
So this comes with no Build-A-Figure piece, annoyingly. So the one figure that lands officially in the UK has no Build-A-Figure piece. So if you
But
have pre-ordered...
he can point, Dan. He can point,
He can point. So yeah, I will review both of these this week. I know MCU Collector, damn that MCU Collector, managed to get the whole wave from Canada, even though we've been trying hard to shut those borders down, but it's not happened yet. So yeah, we've got a few of the figures, so we will be reviewing them. But I've got one up for Husk. My first review of 2025. I was quite rusty, Rich. I forgot how to review things and talk about toys. It took me a while to get done, but they are up there if you want to see. So go and check that out. I've left her upstairs. I'll go and get her before the show's over. But she is very, very nice. But yes, just some housekeeping before we go. Let's say hello to the chat, because we have over 150 people in here. So please, let's get that poll up to 150. We so far have 138 votes in the poll, but there are 160 people watching. So get involved with the poll. I am curious. It is a simple yes and no question. Did you buy or pre-order the Marvel Legends Maximum Spider-Man? Did you? 53% say yes. 47% say no. So it is very close. There is 6% in it, and people are continuing to... We will keep checking in on that. The pre-order did go live. If you want one, I would... Again, this isn't me justifying the price.
He's telling me what to do. He's telling me what to do.
People twist my words, right? I am just advising, if you are a Marvel Legends fan and this is something you want to add to your collection, this is not me justifying the price, but pre-order it because it is selling out in places, okay? So give yourself that option. And
have you pre-ordered it, Mr.
I
Daniel?
did pre-ordered it. Like, but like, I'm not going to be one. There are certain people on YouTube using their YouTube channel as a defense mechanism to say, well, I've got a YouTube channel.
I'm just going to review it, so it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
I've seen a few, not going to call out names, but I've seen a few people say, well, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got to buy it, because they're trying to like defend themselves, where I'd buy it even if I didn't have a YouTube channel, because I love Marvel Legends and I want to always add the best representation of any particular character. Does that mean I'm a fan of? I'm happy with the price? No, but I'm a grown man that can spend my money on what I wish. Do you know, like people smoke cigarettes and spend loads of money on that. I don't. Do you know, like people can spend their money how they wish. I choose plastic Marvel Legend figures. Amanda's gonna hope that I've got something for Valentine's Day tomorrow. I hope she likes Marvel Legend Maximum Series Spider-Man, because she's gonna find out that pre-order is in on the behalf of both of us. So yeah, again.
Poor Amanda.
I know, I do feel bad for poor Amanda. Poor Amanda. I get a good distraction though, because tomorrow is Teddy's birthday, so she gets distracted with celebrating Teddy's birthday. He's going to be 4 tomorrow. Yes, we are referring to our dog, not an actual child. It just sounds like we're talking about a child sometimes. But yes, it's our dog's birthday tomorrow on Valentine's Day, so she gets distracted and buys him presents and stuff. So yeah. Anyway. Amanda's got a pre-order in. I'll blame Amanda. I brought it for Amanda.
Is she forcing you to see Bridget Jones, or are you going to see Captain America?
No, thankfully she's coming with me to see Cap tomorrow afternoon, and she's going to see Bridget Jones on Saturday, which should give me some time to open up those new Marvel Legends for review. Are you going to see Cap tomorrow?
No, I'm going Saturday. Okay. I'm going.
Very nice.
So I work tomorrow.
Are you doing
it'll be packed tomorrow night.
The double bill. So I'm assuming you'll see Bridget Jones as well.
No, I'm just gonna see. Bridget Jones is shit. Not my cup of tea.
You see everything.
Sorry. I know, but I do see everything.
I'm gonna see a story on Instagram. Have you seen Bridget Jones in an empty cinema?
It will be 2 weeks time. There'll be nothing there, so we'll be watching that. Yeah. What did I watch this week? I watched blooming with the kid from Indy was in it. Love Hurts.
Oh yeah. Any good?
Oh, it's bloody awful. Honestly. It's one of the worst films in a while. Oh, but I had to pretend I like.
I'm assuming Rich is froze for everybody and not just me. There's a pretty good way to freeze, though, to be fair. That's him giving the thumbs up of approval. Rich, what do you think of the price of the Spider-Man Maximum Series Marvel Legend?
Did I go? Did I go? Oh, yeah, I'm back now. Back in the room.
You froze in like a perfect like thumbs up smiley face. So I was going to ask you really awkward questions that you would awkwardly pose and agree to. It's all good. You're back now. You're fine. You're fine. So yeah, get involved with the poll, people. 166 votes now, and it's closed. The gap is closing. 54% say yes, and 46% say no. Just going to shout out a few names in the chat. Let me scroll up for a minute. I can see Agent of Gen Z in the chat. Benjamin, the Blatchula, Paul McCartney says, "I did eventually. I'm only interested in Spidey and the Hanzo. Nothing else in that pack interests me." That sounds like he is trying to pretend he's not a fan of Spider Sperm. Paul McCarthy likes Spider Sperm, confirmed.
That's the main draw. Come on, that's the main draw.
He's trying to distract us from that fact. We see through you, Paul McCarthy. We see through you. Jay's Toy Collection UK shouts sausage roll. Phil Jones says pow. Kurt K's there as well. Figure Cave Collectibles is in the chat. Shout out Adam, Batman Moran. I feel sorry for him. I had to share the back of my car with Craig, and I bet it stunk of beef. He knows. I am not as... Honestly, I'll save that story for another day. But yeah, it's Craig. Craig's a menace. Who else? Keanu Leaves, one of the best YouTube names in the chat, that's for sure. I'm not as think as you high I am. I'm not as think as... Is that... I'm not as think as I'm high I am? Very confusing. But Ray Ortiz is there already. Bruce Bryan's there. The Savage Rick is there as well. Cardback is there. Who's Cardback? Someone's changed their name. It's a channel member. Who was Cardback? What was your previous name? John Brooks is there. Greg Finstad, the Mystery Man, Gary A, No Chewing, Jim, Mike Hex. I've already started another Mike Hex pile of loot this year. Terrible. I can't out myself. Just
Mike Hex. Yeah. Like, if you see the platinum lightning lad, can you keep an eye out for me? I've got the regular one. Not like this. It's like the original lightning lad. So it's the pre-reboot version. So yeah, this is the Bendis version. So get me that, Mike Hex. Keep your eye out.
He's in the targets often. Mike, you've got a new task. You can ship it with my pile of loot. All right, so let's discuss then. Let's get into this Spider-Man. So let's just remind the audience, for anyone who doesn't know, Rich, before the price was announced, did you like the Maximum Series concept? Me and Rich have done a whole stream, by the way, talking about the potential of this line and what accessories and what characters would benefit from a release with maximum accessories. So you're a fan of the concept, Rich. What Spider-Man, you agree also is a good choice for the first one out of the gate?
Yeah, I think we said to summarize our stances from that point. I think doing like all original sculpts, more accessories, better articulation, like multiple heads, everything like that is all good. None of that is a bad thing. Then I always said the thing for me was the price. Like the cutoff, I think for me, when we went over it, I said like $40. I could maybe be all in, but anything above that, I would be on like a character basis.
Yeah.
And then this has gone $50. So yeah, it's definitely not for me. Again, I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan in the world. I've got Spider-Man figures out there. So it's not one that I need for my shelf kind of thing, really. So like I'm good with skipping this one. Like if it had been $35, I would have definitely picked it up. That would have been like I would have been in on it for $35. But like 40, I would have thought about it a bit. But above 40, and you've lost me. Again, I know that's not everyone. Other people have more of a budget. Other people love Spider-Man. Other people maybe haven't gone in and got a Spider-Man figure. There's that one person who has lived under a rock for the last like 40 years, who's never owned a Spider-Man figure. This is like maybe their first one. So yeah, and again, like there's things about like, you know, import toys like Mafex, stuff like that. Like this is cheaper than that, but then is it going to be as good quality as it? Like everything like that. You know, there's a whole conundrum and a million videos on YouTube you can watch about it, or go on Reddit or the Foosh forums or wherever you would like to discuss this.
Yeah, again, we're here just to have a conversation. We're not trying to preach to anyone or push our opinions on the chat. I've always said this channel is a safe place. You can love or hate something as long as everyone's respectful. All is well and all is welcome. So, question, Rich. Do you know we refer to Mafex and like Mafex as imports, right? SH Figure Arts, Mafex as imports. In like China and the Eastern world, do they refer to Marvel Legends of imports? Like, would this be an import to them?
It probably would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess it would.
That's what I'm not like we're.
But then the majority of these are made
I
in
know this is what I'm
China,
saying. This is
so
what
it's
I'm saying.
like,
It's not like these are not accessible. Like we call them imports because there no local distributor brings them in, so you have to import them in. Therefore, they are an import.
it's licensing as well. A lot of
Yeah.
it is like they can sell it in this region, but then in
Yes.
another region someone else has got it. So that's when it becomes murky, and then people, if they are importing them, they've got to pay like extra money, and that's why sometimes stuff that is in like Hong Kong or China is much cheaper than what we've got to pay for over here because you've got shipping stuff like
Yeah.
that involved. So
And I suppose if there was a Hasbro Pulse Asia, then Hasbro products can be sold over there, no problem. So yeah, it's just a curious question. Like, what would they refer to as imports from their perspective? But again, that's just a curious question. But in regards to Marvel Legends, they seem to be accessible in the majority of places. Not everywhere, though. We occasionally get people on the channel that are from different parts of the world that struggle to get Marvel Legends, even when they're willing to pay the price. We've got friends in Australia that always say they have to pay a premium on Marvel Legends because they're really expensive. We've got friends in Mexico that say it's quite hard to get certain Marvel Legends as well. The Philippines, there's definitely people that have jumped in the chat that have tried to express their buying experience, and that was part of the reason I made a YouTube in the first place, is because a lot of people on YouTube talking about Marvel Legends were from America, and they were talking about Targets and Walgreens, and I was like, I don't have Targets and Walgreens, like, so I wanted to be the voice of like the UK collector in regards to Marvel Legends. So
how's that go for you, Dan?
not great, not great to be honest, not great. UK don't like me. but tough. YouTube's anyone can make a YouTube channel, and I encourage you to do as such. But yeah, so I understand that everyone's buying experiences are completely different, and even for us, Rich, like now we have Hasbro Pulse and we have in-demand toys, Star action figures, comic and cocktails, props and replicas. Like, we're quite lucky in regards to the pool of places and the independent stores that were built from collectors themselves who have filled that gap within the market for us. But even as early as like, I don't know, 10 years ago, if say that's early, but a decade ago, Legends weren't accessible for us. We had to pay a premium on them even then. Like, so again, this isn't me justifying the price of Marvel Legends today. I'm just giving you our experience from the past, where we were probably paying the price of a Marvel Legend today 10 years ago because we had to import them in anyway because Legends weren't at retail. And it's only...
I mean, to go back, like not even that far, but to go back to like the Jubilee Build-A-Figure wave, which is like a Toys R Us exclusive in America. And like I paid like 30 pounds for every one of that wave. So like that's more than a regular Legend is now, but
Exactly.
it was something I wanted, so there we go.
No, but this is my point. Like, it's like as things have got more accessible, I think people, I don't want to use the word entitled, but you know, there's an expectation, isn't there? I've always said I want Legends. Like, Legends has been here for 23 years now. Like, that is a big deal. Like, what other toy line lasts that long? Yes, it's Marvel, and Marvel's a big property, but Marvel's had its up and down over that time as well. Again, I reckon the MCU have a lot to put in Marvel in the pop culture zeitgeist, etc. But in regards to a toy line, not many toy lines in there, like, sort of, because Legends has evolved. It went from Toy Biz to Hasbro, but the brand has stayed strong. And for it to stay strong, you need to continuously get new collectors on board, because it's not like the only people buying Marvel Legends now were the same people buying them 23 years ago. Do you know, like, there's jumping on points and there's people drop out and buying habits change. Like you said earlier, that if you've been sleeping under a rock and haven't got a Spider-Man, but that's the magic of Legends. Someone could have been collecting Legends for years, but only brought X-Men characters. Do you know, like, but then suddenly go, oh, now I actually do want to expand and buy a Spider-Man, and this is the best Spider-Man. So there's no right or wrong way to collect, and I try and say that to people all the time. Everyone's displays are different, everyone's collections are different, and there's no right or wrong way to collect. It's like, your collection's yours and it's unique to you, and you build it any way you like. But when it comes go on.
I think though, with this whole concept and everything, I do wonder if maybe leaving the Marvel Legends branding off this would have done it maybe better, would have been less hostility against it. Because I think the Marvel Legends line is like an accessible line. It's not Hot Toys. It is like, it's collectors, but it's not like stupidly priced collectors. It's like for everyone. It can be sold on like in toy stores on the high street, in supermarkets, in big box stores. Like it's that kind of line. And I just wonder if this had just been like maximum, nothing out. Like because like Hasbro have got other lines. They've got like the Epic Heroes Kids line. They've got Titan figures for kids, which is separate. So I think maybe just doing like a maximum series because a lot of toy collectors are complete discs. I know we say like, oh, you don't have to get it, but maybe someone want every Marvel Legends Spider-Man or every Marvel Legend ever, and then putting this at like a higher price. If it had been like something completely different, it might not have got like the hate that it's got. I mean, there would be people still not happy with the price, but I think maybe not being as part of the Legends branding might have done it some favours. And I think announcing the price up at the start would have helped as well. I don't understand that as a marketing decision whatsoever.
Yeah, and if it wasn't branded as Legends, like,
would you buy it?
This is what I'm saying. It tricks the brain, doesn't it? Because I feel like I always say I'm a Marvel Legends collector, but I buy Marvel Legends because I love Marvel, and I always feel that in regard. I'm also an action figure fan, and it's a beautiful merge of my love for Marvel and my love for action figures, and that's what Marvel Legends is. And I say, for me, it's the best representation in action figure form of Marvel, but it's not the only way. Like you said yourself, there's other brands that make Marvel product too. I just collect Marvel Legends. So if this was branded as something different, would I be enticed to buy it? It would confuse me because I'd be like, this completely fits into the Marvel Legend world. I don't know. That's a weird one, isn't it? That's a weird one. Let me just go to the chat real quick because we've got a few channel membership tokens popping up, which I don't want to ignore. Let me scroll up for a minute. First of all, Michael, shout out to Bring Toys to Work, says, happy stream, you two. Admit it, I pre-ordered 2 Spidey. I don't care who knows. I hope you both have fun watching Cap tomorrow and Saturday. I'll be sitting in the theatre in 2 hours. Michael, I want your non-spoiler review in my inbox, please, when you've seen it. But enjoy, my friend, enjoy. Yeah, I like how this has become like a confession stream. Hi, my name's Michael, and I've pre-ordered this Spider-Man Unlimited. Look, there is no shame. Don't let any idiot on the internet. I put myself in that bracket as well. I'm not like picking on anybody. I am also an idiot on the internet. But don't let anybody make you feel bad for doing something you want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, do it. Do you know, like...
Are you Team Dan or are you Team Rich? Type in the chat now.
Jay says, if you could be worse, it could be worse. At least Hasbro has good international distribution. As a WWE collector, I regularly have to pay £50 for a Mattel Ultimate with fees. If Mattel made this Spidey, it would be £75 in the UK. And it's true. Again, we take Legends for granted. And that's what I spoke about earlier. Is like there's an expectation now amongst the community. Tac says, Rich, I genuinely thought you'd said complete dicks rather than completionists. Ha 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 ha. That's money in the bank. And Bring Toys to Work with a super chat, perfectly timed, says...
Yabo Scott Bournes donated $5. If someone says one more bad thing about Mafex, I'm shadow banning your ass. JK. Different opinions are what make collecting great.
Agreed. So your boys got toys. Just says, from Taco Board. Hi, I am Taco. I pre-ordered 2 Maximum. See, people are just confessing. Hi, Taco. You are welcome here. He pre-ordered 2 Maximum Spider-Man. So that's £100 spent. And Compulsive Collector has jumped in and says, I had no intention in this Spider-Man. But all this rage, whining, and delusional reaching to pretend it wasn't a success have made this one the most entertaining action figure drops in years. Can't wait for the next one. And just to prove his point, as much as the community are complaining and saying they're not buying this, the reality is people are buying it and it's sold out. So I know people want the message to Hasbro to go, the price is too high, we don't want it. But the message Hasbro are receiving is, it's fine, we'll buy it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an awkward one. It's hard. It's like the Engine of Vengeance, everyone, we're not going to get into that, but people were trying to send a message with that. Did they get the message? I don't know. But what message is being sent with this? All it's sending is, we like Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's sending. Spider-Man's a popular guy. Doesn't matter what format you put Spider-Man in, he's always going to do well. And we have the evidence to back that statement up. I've got some eBay listings to show you guys, and I'll get them up in a minute, of previous Spider-Man Marvel Legends and their recent sold listings on eBay. All right, and let's see how many of them are more than this figure at retail. Just again, this is just based off facts. This ain't me giving you my opinion. This is just, let's just look at the facts, what the aftermarket dictates compared to this Spider-Man. And again, let me just reiterate for anyone jumping in late. Me and Rich don't like the £50 price point either. We would much more comfortable at like the 35 deluxe price point. That's what we wanted it to be. That's what we had our fingers crossed for. We are also disappointed with the price. That's a statement. If you're gonna quote and clip me, clip that, okay? But right, let's go back to the chat. Fed up with it, Rich. People taking the shit out I say out of context. Right. Let me.
And just to put a footnote to that, I haven't backed one, but this one I have, right?
Yeah, I told you. My name's Dan and I'm pre-order. Kenny, what's Kenny saying? Thank you very much, Kenny.
Encountered Culture donated $4.99. Dan, I'm on my way to see Captain America. I'll be sure to send you real-time spoilers. Catch the rest on the replay.
What a dickhead! I'm gonna block that guy. I used to like Kenny. Don't send me spoilers, Kenny. Don't send me spoilers. I love you. Okay. Right. Let's have a look then, shall we? So, in regards to Marvel Legends Spider-Man, Rich, what do you think, ignoring the Maximum Series Spider-Man, if I was a new Marvel Legends collector and I came up to you, and the chat can answer this question too, by the way. If I'm a new Marvel Legends collector and I said, oh, I want the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man for my collection, what should I get? What would you advise I get? What would be your answer? Same question for the chat.
I'd say either Renew Your Vows or Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. But I would imagine Renew Your Vows would be more money because Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man got re-released, didn't he, on that
retro
the card back? Yeah. And because it came in a 2-pack as well.
Wasn't
people might miss it.
Available in the UK, may I add. So again, just another.
The original one was, or wasn't it?
No, the original one was, yes, but the reissue of the retro card we got, there was a retro card for the 60th Spider-Man and also Moon Knight.
Are we on eBay.com or eBay.co.uk?
I just went on co.uk.
I retract all my statements.
I've just grabbed some of the recent sold listings off eBay UK. Again, not a deep dive, but just to prove the point of the aftermarket. Jamie says 47 months is mad. This is the good time to remember, no spoiler in the chat to all that like the Marvel. This is a spoiler-free zone. Yes, absolutely, no spoilers from me. If any of my screwdrivers, what are they, spanners, my moderators.
Yeah, mods, you better wake up today because you were shit in the Marvels while you spoiled it for everyone.
Yeah, if any mods catch a spoiler, block them. Get rid of them. Especially that Kenny. Watch out for that encountered culture. He's already confessed. Cardback says, Dan's saying he's against it, but coming up with 47 different fake scenarios and comparisons to glaze the price. Does glaze the price mean, like, justify the price? Is that what he means?
Guessing so?
Glaze the price. I'm not down with the kids. I'm an old man. I've got grey coming in the beard. Glaze the price. Do I need to repeat what I just said 30 seconds ago? Like, I do not like this price either. I'm not trying to justify it. I am giving you, when I give you these eBay things, it's for the conversation. This is a safe place amongst friends to have a conversation, and that's what we are having here. Okay, so you said renew your vows. What did the chat say? Did the chat give me any suggestions on a Spider-Man? Mike said the cardback Spidey rotted at Target. I found it so many times. They should have sent some to the UK because it never came here at all. Strong Collectors says, breaking news, Dan loves the price. They're probably going to make a video, ain't they? With my screenshot going, Dan loves the price. No! Okay, so you said renew your vows. Let me get my little eBay list up here. Okay, so these are some recent sold listings. So firstly, you said the 60th anniversary Spider-Man. Okay, so let's play a bit of Price is Right with the chat. Okay, based off eBay, this is co.uk eBay, so this is in pounds, not dollars. What is the price of the most recent sold 60th anniversary Spider-Man, Rich?
Is it £50? Is it
Okay.
£50 to
£50
make
is your
it?
guess. Okay. Have we got any guesses from the chat? So the question is, based off eBay's UK last sold listing for the Spider-Man 60th anniversary figure, that retail come back to that in a minute. Justin Collects is back. What's he saying?
Justin Collects donated $4.99. Honestly, getting the CT Toys comic Spider-Man in hand recently for $10 is what drove me to not order this guy. Changed my perspective on the value.
Look, and that's a great point. Justin says, honestly, getting the CT Toys comic Spider-Man in hand recently for $10 is what drove me not to order this guy. Changed my perspective on value. Absolutely. I did pick up the CT Toys Brown Suit Wolverine out of pure curiosity, and I was very impressed with what it was. Now, it was an unlicensed bootleg, essentially, but it's still it was a decently made action figure. So I understand. So yeah, someone. So Benjamin says 60 in the chat. Your boy's got toys says I saw Dan paid 70 for one because he's a fan. People are literally trying to get me in YouTube trouble with all these rumors and lies. Adam says I'm going to say that at least sold for £65. Dan, who told me he paid £50 for a single legend and also tipped £25 extra to Hasbro. That's not true. It was a £20 tip, all right? Come on now. Look, you just need to be careful because there are idiots that lurk on these streams that believe you. Trolls. Yeah, they're all trolls. Okay. I also said Mephisto was...
I'm shocked that people have said you pay for legends, to be honest with you. That's why I'm like, what?
The chat have turned on me. My own chat have turned on me. Right. Let me get this price up. Okay, well, what was it? Right. So what was your Rich? £50 you said, Rich, right? Is that your final guess?
Yeah, I think 50. Oh, you go 58.
£58.80. Now, it has... So that is the current aftermarket price for the 60th anniversary Spider-Man, which is more than the current maximum series Spider-Man. Granted, it comes with less, but it's also about what it represents to people. Like, I suppose the 60th anniversary has more of a story attached to it. 'Cause it's like that iconic first look from his first cover, where the maximum series is like just a generic 90s Spider-Man, isn't it? So I guess that depends on personal preference. What do you think the price of the Renew Your Vows recent sold listing is? Now, granted, it's a 2-pack, but still, what do you think the recent sold
is it for the both of them or just...
I have an example of both. Okay, so what do you think the 2-pack goes for, and the single figure? Which one do you want to guess?
I'd say single. I'd say more than this. So I'd go 70 for a single.
Okay.
And then maybe for the 2-pack, I'd go 100 for the 2-pack because I think Spinneret wouldn't be as desirable. Oh, I was quite good at this game, right?
£110 for the 2-pack on the aftermarket. Now, granted, it's a 2-pack, not a single figure, but it still has one of the best Spider-Mans in it. The single one, the most recent sold listing on eBay that I could find, was this. On the 6th of February.
Bargain.
So this was the 6th of February, 2025, which was last week. So somebody last week brought this Spider-Man with 4 hands and a head for more than the current price of this Spider-Man. Now, just for our UK friends, I did put in the description of this video some of the best places to get your Marvel Legends and the prices. I stole it from Phil Jones. So shout out Phil Jones, who put that together in the Legends of Liquor chat, and I'll just put it in the description. Let me just get it up real quick so I can see. So yeah, in the description of this video, Star Action Figures in the UK have it for... I think I've got the links here as well, so I'll show them on screen as we talk. So Star Action Figures in the UK have it for... where is the price? £46.95.
It's out of stock.
Oh, okay, out of stock, sad times. That was sold out since we've been live then. In-Demand Toys have it for £46.99. But it's also out of stock. Okay, that's another bad example. Comics and Cocktails. Comic and Cocktails have it for... sorry, my mouse's battery's dying. £46.99, and it's still in stock on Comics and Cocktails, and you can pay in full or just a £4.69 deposit. So if you want it in the UK, it's still in stock on Comics and Cocktails, but it's sold out on In Demand, Star Action Figures, and Hasbro Pulse. Hasbro Pulse, it is a little bit more expensive on Hasbro Pulse. So someone paid £50 plus £5.35 shipping for this. So this is just an example of people's perception of value, I suppose. Someone was happy to pay that. Someone chose to buy that last week, and they were content with the price. So of course there's going to be people that are going to be willing to put up the price. I just pulled some other Spider-Man off on eBay. Oh, I know that sounded
really everywhere.
Wrong. That sounded really wrong. That's the bit people are going to clip as well now. The recent retro carded Spider-Man. How much do you think he goes for? So the retro carded Toy Biz tribute Spider-Man.
70 maybe 70.
£99.95. Now, granted, it's on a retro card. A lot of that is definitely the drawing factor to this figure, but still, just another example at a Spider-Man at a very expensive price point. What about? I've got the Unlimited Spider-Man here. I'm just going to throw up some random ones here. So this is the I think it's called the Unlimited Spider-Man. Do you know, like the shorter Spider-Man? He came in the wave with Miles Morales. It's like the short.
Oh yeah.
Short Spider-Man with you get the Unmasked Young Spider. I think it's the Unlimited Spider-Man, isn't it? How much do you think he goes for? The single carded one from the Build-A-Figure wave.
I would say. So this is 100. 65.
£79.99. And the articulation on this guy is not great, and he comes with 2 sets of hands and a head. Amazing Fantasy, the most recent sold for Amazing Fantasy box set. Granted, it's 3 figures, a little different example, but how much do you think that goes for, Rich?
For 3 figures?
Yeah. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man 3-pack. No, it's the Amazing Friends. Sorry, I keep saying Amazing Fantasy. Amazing Friends.
Oh, so 5-star Nice Spanner in it as well.
Yes. How much does that one go for?
130. 130?
£109. And I've got one more here, Rich. This is the recent Spider-Man Vulture 2-pack. So it's the VHS Spider-Man without cell shading. He comes with a mask, unmasked Peter Parker head, and the Vulture 2-pack. How much has that gone for on eBay?
That's sold out in a lot of places. So I saw it. It was only Pulse when it was Pulse exclusive.
Yeah.
110.
£128, right? So again, just flicking through some of these, the recent sold listing on eBay for particular Spider-Man figures, like that is just proof that there are people out there that are willing to pay a premium for Spider-Man. Again, this isn't us justifying the price. This is me just giving you some real-world examples of how popular Spider-Man can be. So
And with all those figures you've sold, Dan, who I think a man deserves a nice present now.
That was the thing. These are all my sold listings. Proper scalper Dan. No, not really. I keep putting this into the universe and people are going to hate me for it. These are not my sold listings, by the way. I mean, disclaimer. These are just random. You can do this research yourself. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't surprise me that it's sold out. Does it surprise you, Rich, that it's sold out?
Maybe, because I would have thought they would have tried to kept this like in stock. So I thought they would have like had a lot. But then maybe this is a secret plan, Dan, and they want that hype, like, oh, it's sold out, and then in a week's time, oh, it's back in order to get more people to back it. Who knows, Dan? Who knows what cunning Hasbro are up to behind the scenes?
It is disappointing.
Counting all their money there.
It is disappointing that it's sold out so soon, because I thought an appeal of the Maximum series was you could get like a key, like A-list Marvel character with all the accessories you could want. And it could be available.
What about in the US? Because wasn't it going on Amazon? Is it sold out on Amazon.com?
Yeah, so the US fans are going to have to give me your perspective. Again, everything I'm giving you is from my UK perspective. I'm looking on the UK sites, etc., UK eBay. If any of my American friends in the chat want to give me a little update, has this sold out on anywhere in the US, or is this basically just because remember the UK is tiny in comparison to most other places in the world, so maybe this is just a small.
Oh, Kev says Amazon is out, sold out on
Oh
Amazon.
wow,
and
okay,
Hasbro
okay, sold out on Pulse and Amazon. Okay, so I was trying to say that maybe it was a UK thing and distribution's just smaller, but it seems to have sold out in other places. But the Blatchula
sound you like Alicia Dixon then. It's a UK thing, stuff that we bring.
How many people in the chat got that Mystique reference? The Blatchula says it's still on Big Bad Toy Store and GameStop. Amazon and Pulse, it's sold out. And Soul says, hello, everybody. Hello, Soul.
Hello.
Hello. Don't think I'm going to pre-order this figure now, unfortunately, says Adam. Now, Adam Cooper.
I don't think you can, Adam. I think you missed it.
Is that because you don't want to, or because it's not available for you? Like, do you want it? Amazon is sold out, but it's up on Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. I do have a link in the chat for Entertainment Earth if you want to get some free shipping. I don't really know how it works, but you can click it and find out. Good luck to you. Cloud says, tempted to pre-order and sell it later, but I'm so bad at selling stuff. Did Cloud just confirm she is a scalper? Is that Scalper Cloud confirmed? Yeah, that is.
Scalper Cloud.
Scalper Cloud.
Also the name of her eBay store.
Yeah, Scalper Cloud. It's just it's a picture of a fox wearing a mask. It's like, US Hasbro sold out as well. Yeah, this is Cloud is a terrible scalper. Yeah, this is for the record, this was the topic. This is the conversation that you can't avoid today because it was going to continue throughout the evening, and considering we're streaming tonight, we didn't want to avoid it, so we thought we'd just attack it face on. The price is shit, but the reality is Hasbro have sold out. I mean, do you reckon, Rich, they have purposely lowered the numbers to fuel this type of conversation, make people panic?
I could see them doing that on Pulse, but I couldn't see them doing it on the other. I don't think the other channels they'd be able to, because they'd be able to order what they want, wouldn't they? So...
Well, we do know from our sort of experience with some of the UK retailers that they do have limits. Like, they can't always just order what they want. Recent example, and this is public news, Star Action Figures had to put out an apology to collectors because Hasbro couldn't fulfill what they asked for. They have recently fixed that in regards to, I think it was, what wave was that? Was it this wave? It was the Marrow and stuff, right? Yeah. So Hasbro at some point wasn't going to fulfill everything that one of the independents asked for. So maybe, again, we don't know this. We're just two idiots on the internet talking. But there could be places where they could only order a certain amount, or they're only offered a certain amount, because I suppose they have to be fair to everybody, or dependent on track history with I'm sure Big Bad Toy Store have more stock in Hasbro than some of the smaller ones, is just what I'm saying. You know, like, you build reputation with a company, don't you? Then you're more trusted and you'll get more, etc. It's how it works, I suppose. £650 a piece of Spider-Man. Who said that? Where? I wish I could search back on eBay further to see like what the most expensive piece of Spider-Man ever went for. But Agent,
so that's just Carl back making a joke. He said he just spent 650 on a piece of Spidey with bent legs.
There was a point where Piece of Spider-Man was going for a lot of money. He was the pinnacle of Spider-Man. So there's no doubts that this is going to be better than Piece of Spider-Man. Like, it looks like it's going to be better than Renew Your Vows. This looks like, looking at it subjectively without considering the price, as a Spider-Man action figure, it's going to tick a lot of boxes for people.
It is, but then the thing comes then in 2026 when this is reused on a normal line for a black suited Spider-Man. It's like, if they reuse stuff from this, I think that's when people are going to be like, well, it's definitely not worth it then, is it? That's where the problems are going to come in.
Yeah, that's when they shoot themselves in the foot, because they're basically exposing themselves by saying, "Oh, we could have had it cheaper, maybe." I don't know. But yeah, that is definitely a question. Will we see this body not in the Maximum series, or is it exclusive for the Maximum series? Time will tell on that one. But Hasbro have a track record of reusing their body molds. And again, that's never been an issue if it makes sense for the character. I always want the most accurate representation of a character. And if you can reuse parts to do that, then I'm not mad at it. We don't like it when they reuse and it makes no sense.
If they reuse this as a symbiote Spidey, right, and then he was in the Maximum series and that was $50, Is that a good deal as well?
This is what I mean.
See?
You're not this is why it's such a mute. It's fun to have a conversation, but it's like it's impossible to please everybody. Do you know what I mean? You can't. You're not going to. It's difficult. It's definitely difficult. I think everybody can agree the price is high. Everybody. Nobody out there is saying this is cheap. Nobody. Like everyone agrees this is expensive. But the reality is we're all collectors. We all love Spider-Man. We all want the hot, new, exciting thing. That's how collecting is, isn't it? Like we constantly want the next thing. Like we get excited to pre-order something, but then we get it and we're like, right, what's next? Do you know what I mean? That's just the collector mentality. So yeah, it's definitely an awkward one. Definitely an awkward one. You gotta pay to play, baby, says Omar. Yeah, but there's people have their limits, and that's fair enough. But so far, the chat again with over 270 votes now, and I'm assuming everybody who comes across this channel are Marvel Legend collectors. So again, if you're watching this channel, I assume you have a vague interest in Marvel Legends. So out of 274 people, 58% of them want a Spider-Man or have brought a Spider-Man. 42% have said no. So again, we'll find out on the after show, because we'll be asking people on the after show, like, did you buy it? How do you feel about it? Do you know, like, so we'll be getting people's perspective from you guys directly tonight on the after show. So we'll find out from the community. As you can see, I've pre-ordered it. Rich didn't. And look, we can be friends, Rich. We're setting an example, Rich. Look, unless you fell out of me now.
Can we be friends now, Daniel? Can we?
I don't know. This could be the end of me and Rich. Rich, I have pre-ordered it. Rich hasn't pre-ordered it. We both agree. The price is cheap.
Now be a friend. By the way, I'm free on a Thursday night, Dan. If you need a new co-host, you okay?
I'll just check my inbox. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no. Oh shit! Kenny's sending me spoilers.
Don't read them.
What? Kang is back. Kenny, you bastard. Spoil it for me. We all paid the Spidey tax. Someday it will fade like Boba Fett's. Yeah, the Star Wars collectors definitely used to joke about the Boba Fett's tax, didn't they? Don't end the stream, Dan. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to. I'm here until there's one viewer left. It'll just be me and the computer that I've left on in the other room, just chatting away. Raj says, for me, this guy is 60 with shipping now, and this means 2 or 3 figs. I want one to buy this year. I have to kill me. What's right? So let's go back to that conversation about imports. Sorry, I'm leaning to try and reach some figures. So I brought these this week, Rich. Now I had them on pre-order from about a year or so ago anyway. So to be honest, I wish they didn't land together. But I got these this week. The Hush Mayfex. So shout out Alexi, who's an ambassador for Mayfex. I got the Scarecrow and the Riddler from the Hush Batman line for Mayfex. And both of these are considered imports, of course. I have to buy them from Hobby Link Japan, and all in these cost me at least 80 quid to get to the UK. That's like shipping and all of that. So
what, each?
Yeah, essentially.
Oof.
This is what I'm saying. Like, trust me. They were pre-ordered from years ago, and maybe I might not have done that now. Don't tell Alexi that though, but. It was one of them where I just let it happen. Because we don't have many villains in the Rogues Gallery, do we? And we've got Harley Quinn. We've got... I like having a collection that's aesthetically all together. And with DC, you know I'm not a big fan of McFarlane and his Jokerized versions of everybody. So I think as a 6-inch scaled representation of DC, I do think Mayfex are probably the way to go. They are just very expensive, though. So this is like buying a maximum series every damn time just to get any character, and people do that without complaining, and they justify it by saying it's an import. So I don't know, like there's perspectives all over the place, but Spider-Man has more accessories than these. But again, then there's questions like what's the build quality like and all of that. There's so many people break it down so much. Hasbro Pulse is selling in the UK and Europe. Hasbro Pulse UK is separate to Hasbro Pulse Europe. So, for example, we have a friend, Jared, who lives in Ireland. And even though Ireland is literally closer to England, because it's literally just a short sea across, he has to order from Hasbro Europe. Even though I'm pretty confident the distribution centre is on the coast closest to Ireland. Am I right, Rich? If the
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's in Wales and it's Newport, isn't it?
Exactly. So Newport, look how close Newport is compared to Ireland, and Jared has to order from like Germany or whatever the hell. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. But yeah, Europe, Hasbro Pulse Europe is different to Hasbro Pulse UK. Hasbro Pulse UK consists of just the United Kingdom, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is of course England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Ireland itself isn't part of the UK. Ireland is part of Europe, as so is the UK. Not part of the EU though, but that's if we getting complicated now. It's getting complicated.
Ah, you got the themes tonight.
I'm reaching, Rich. I'm reaching. Right, let's just talk about politics for a minute. All right, let's break it down. Do you have eBay there? Yes, we have eBay. Yes, we have eBay in the UK. Blatchler says none of that makes sense. Yeah, I know. See, I told you. Let's talk about the troubles, Dan. Both those figures shipped together from Hobby Link Japan were 125, so 62.50 each. Thank you very much, Mini Plastic Multiverse. He has broke it down for me. 62.50 each. Blatchler says, if Africa, country or continent. Yeah, that's a question. That for those who know, they know. They know. I won't throw that one at Rich again. Right. Okay. Let's go to the chat then. Right. The floor is yours. Right. There's over 200 people here. I'm assuming it's because everybody is like. I think people are hiding behind bushes. I think people have pre-ordered this Spider-Man, but then are hiding. Like, oh, I didn't pre-order it, but people did because it is sold out. So stop hiding, right? Who bought it? Who brought it? Where did you buy it from? I want some confessions in the chat. We had a few confessions earlier. David says, I brought it and I'm glad I did.
Did anyone buy more than one as well?
Yeah, good question. Good question. I think Michael, earlier said he brought 2. So Michael confessed to buying 2.
Grumps before as well said he bought 10, and if anyone else missed out, they could buy for $100 when they ship. That's what he says.
Do you reckon people do that as well? Like, well, it's obvious people do that, but that's the sad reality of it as well, isn't it? That there are people buying it with the only intention of reselling it for more money. That's the scalpers.
But people only do that on things that they think will sell. Like, no one's buying 10 Red Widows when that goes up for pre-order, are they? It's going to be like you said, Spider-Man will sell, and I suppose it's a risk worth taking, in it, I suppose.
Legion says I didn't, but not because of the price, and that's fair. Again,
but they know this as well, right? So know this being its own thing, like type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, do you not think if this does sell out everywhere, they'll like redo it? Because Mafex reissue figures, SH Figure Arts reissue figures, and like even Hasbro have done it. Like the Spider-Verse figures, they all got like reissued in the last year.
That's what I wanted. A line. I wanted an evergreen line in Marvel Legends, like a line of A-list characters that are consistently available to encourage new collectors on. Now I know that's always going to piss off some people because they're like, we want something new. But if you want the line to succeed and you want to continue getting those really obscure characters like your Red Widows that Rich was very happy about, then you need to keep the line. That's a joke, by the way. You need to keep the line strong. So you need to consistently have these A-list characters available because people don't start collections off Red Widow. All right, people start collections from Spider-Man, from your Iron Man, like, so you need to keep these key characters in the zeitgeist. So I thought that's what the Maximum series could be. I thought this shouldn't have sold out so quick because it's like you're releasing the most ultimate Spider-Man, regardless of the price here. Let's forget the price for a second. You're releasing potentially the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man there has ever been, and it's already sold out. That's not pleasing the people. That's just pissing them off. So I hope it's one of those cases where they put some early numbers in these machines to just but then they're going to release some more. I don't know. They do usually go back into stock the closer it gets to release. In the UK, it says April. In America, it says May. Now, distribution is a crazy thing. We all know Canada's going to get it first anyway. So shout out my Canadian friends.
It's much more weird this year than any other year, though, because it's like this is shipped now, and then
Yeah.
Marrow is not till July. I think
July.
It's bonkers.
But they're part of the same Build-A-Figure wave. And yeah, the others don't come till July. Crazy. Makes no sense. No sense at all. Zoom193 says, I got it from Hasbro Pulse because Amazon sold out. Kevin Beatty shouts, Chris Star. Home Dude says, I ordered Spider-Man, no brainer. Won't get it cheaper. And that, I think that's the unfortunate reality of the situation. Is like, as reluctant as we are, including myself, to pay the £50 for this maximum series, if you've been collecting Marvel Legends for a while, then you know that Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures usually only go up on the aftermarket. And I've showed you that with examples on today's stream. So, like, the unfortunate reality is, if you don't buy it at 50, you're going to be paying all of these really high prices for Spider-Man on the aftermarket. Now, I'm not saying that's right, because it's not. It's wrong. It shouldn't be that way. That's why, back to Rich's point, it should be something that is consistently available for the community to, like, accessible. It's an A-tier character, the best representation of an A-tier character. Let's make sure it's always on Pulse. It's always on Hasbro. It's always on these independents. It can be a jumping on point at any point throughout the year. Because what happens if you're a new collector and you only find out about this next week and it's already sold out? Shit. That doesn't help the line in general, does it? Ten Bones says, this is true. They go up. The problem is that Mafex are better than Legends. Are just buy those. Absolutely. Your Boys Got Toys absolutely agrees with that as well. I think he's a plant sent by Your Boys Got Toys. Look, I am not saying, I have never said Legends are the best anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, they are my favourite, but my favourite is just my opinion. It's not subjectively the facts, if you know what I mean. I have Mafexes as well. You could believe, I just showed them on screen. I'm an action figure enthusiast. That's what it says on my email signature. If you email Dan Who.
At hasbro.co.uk.
Shush. Email that. Let's watch it bounce back. Let's watch it happen. I think some Legends are better than Mafexes to strong collectors. I agree. I don't think just because it's a Mafex, it's automatically better than any Marvel Legend. But then the other way around, some Legends are better, some Mafexes are better. It's subjective.
I got money in the bank.
Mike X with a super chat. Thank you very much, Mike.
Mikey XT donated $5. AF15 is pre-order for 28 on EE for pre-order. 185 Mafexes 57 on Plaza Japan.
AF15. What is AF15? Sounds like a fighter jet. AF15 pre-order is
Amazing
28.
Fantasy 15.
Oh, okay. And then 185 Mafex is 57 on... What's 185's Mafex? Is that the Spider-Man Mafex?
Yeah.
I assume so.
Spider-Man 185, is it? Based off
I'm not very good with the
185?
numbers. I forget they're all numbered. But yes, they are numbered. Yeah. By the way, I like that St. James is a showman because he says, tune in to the after show to find out if I brought a Spider-Man Maximum series. Absolutely, we will. I will be there. Ten Bones says, this is pure FOMO. FOMO is real. Rich, do you ever get JOMO?
JOMO.
JOMO. JOMO. Do you ever get JOMO?
What is JOMO? Oh, I know you can say Jomala or something like that.
No, it's just a genuine thing. JOMO. Do you ever get it?
What's JOMO?
Do you take a guess at JOMO? Does anyone in the chat have heard the phrase JOMO? So we all know FOMO is the fear of missing out. What is JOMO with a J? JOMO. JOMO. It's not a trick. It's a genuine thing. There you go. A few people have got it in the chat. You see it? You got the chat up?
Joy of missing out.
Yeah, the joy of missing. So this is what I'm saying. Do you ever have JOMO? Do you ever are you just ever happy to just not be a part of a conversation or something that just not involves you? Like, do you ever just get JOMO where you're like, oh, thank God I'm not involved in that conversation?
Oh, 100%. When I walk into work after my day off, they tell me, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I missed all that.
Exactly.
Shit
That's
yesterday.
JOMO. That's the joy of missing out. You're like, thank God I don't have to be involved in that conversation. Like, it's like being a McFarlane fan. Like, I've got JOMO about collecting McFarlanes. Poof, thank God I don't have to be part of that. Look, we're moaning about this Ultimate Spider-Man. You could be a McFarlane fan. I'm just saying, you could. Like, poor Kenny, I know he's busy watching Captain America right now, but that man has got like every McFarlane Superman ever, and he hates them all. He openly admits he hates his figures, but he loves Superman so much he has to buy them.
I only bought this one because there was a chance that I could get the platinum version, and I didn't, Dad. I took the risk, and it failed.
But again, this is my point. People are buying the multiverse series, not because they want to support McFarlane and they love McFarlane's creative art choices with his pins and his awkward scale. And people are buying it because they love DC and they want DC represented in plastic. They want that physical representation of the thing they love on their shelf, and that's why they buy McFarlane stuff. That's the reason I buy Legends, because I love Marvel. I don't really care about the stock price of Hasbro. Don't give a shit. But I love Marvel Legends. So, and I want these Marvel characters represented in plastic on my shelf. So, yeah, sometimes you can have JOMO. You can have the joy of missing out, where you're like, thank God I don't have to be part of that conversation. But yeah, I'm sure some people have JOMO in regards to this Spider-Man, where you're like,
I got money in the bank.
Shane Suter, thank you very much.
Shane Shooter donated $5. Mafex has actually been slipping a little bit lack of portrait details and accessories, but you don't hear all hate criticizing like they do Legends odd.
It's true. It's true. I agree with that. But again, I usually get stick for being biased anyway. But Shane Shooter says, Mafex have actually been slipping a little bit with a lack of portrait details and accessories, but you don't hear all the hate criticising like they do with Legends. It is odd. Yeah, Marvel Legends definitely get a I definitely, for the community, it is a cool thing to dislike. There was definitely, like, Legends like, let's be honest, during the plastic free era, like, and the accessories and the paint apps and the QCs, there was a time Legends were not helping themselves, where it was pretty shit, and it was cool. It was like genuinely a cool thing to hate on Legends, where you're like, yeah, I hate on Legends too. Do you? Yeah, I hate Legends. Let's be friends. Like, that was definitely a time in the community. But
I, like you said, I don't think they helped. Like the engine Avengers, plastic free packaging, lack of accessories, all these things together, prices going up. Like, they didn't help themselves.
This is what I'm saying. It was justified, but there was definitely a phase where it was like everybody was hating on Hasbro, and again, their own doing. And I agree with all of those points you just said, Rich. I agree, and I also was in that category where I was disappointed with what we were getting from Legends, but I think last year especially, they were definitely climbing out of that valley, and the 85th anniversary line for me was some of the best things that Legends have ever done, some of the best representations of particular characters. So I think you'd be ignorant to ignore the good things that Legends have done. Absolutely be critical. Absolutely dislike things and they can do better, because they can. Nothing is perfect. But don't be ignorant to the things they are doing right if you want to compare them to other toy companies. Like,
yeah, I understand that, but I don't think they're equally. I think just because they've done a couple of things right, you can still criticize things when they go wrong. Like, their initiatives this year so far, being Maximum series and mini comics, like, to me, I'm not like, wow. There's no wow for me for either of those initiatives at the moment. And if they are the big things, you know.
No, wow for me. I'm by the way, I'm not saying pick one or the other. I'm not saying criticize or praise. I'm absolutely saying you can do both, and I'm saying it's okay to do both. I'm just saying some people choose to ignore the good so they can hate, and some people choose to ignore the hate so they can just praise, where it's about that balance, isn't it? If people actually watch my channel, I feel like you and me are very hypercritical. We take the piss quite a lot. We try and do it in our own smirky, sort of sarcastic way. But when we're not happy about something, we genuinely openly say, but then we don't just harp on about it and make 30-minute YouTube videos about it. Do you know what I mean? We talk about it and we move on.
Well, I am just to let everyone know at the end of the stream, my new channel displayed once about all about Maximum Spidey and why I didn't order. My 3-part series, an hour serial coming
Mate.
to HBO as well soon is
Mate, you
starting.
will have more subscribers than me by the end of the week. I guarantee it, honestly. If I made, like, clickbaity videos like that, I know I could get more views, but I'm not on YouTube just for views. You know what I mean? You know I'm on YouTube for many other things. Like, if I wanted to be on YouTube just for views, I wouldn't be talking about toys, would I? I'd be trying to be Mr. Beast or something. I don't fucking know. But, like, for me, this is part of the hobby that I enjoy. YouTube is just a slice of the pie, and a way for me to share it with my friends. So yeah, but yeah, it's about finding that balance. Absolutely, be critical and criticize, but don't ignore when they are doing things right as well, because they do some right, not everything, and nothing's perfect, but they're definitely improving in some areas. Like the digital face printing tech on Legends these days is better than some SH Figure Arts. And there was a stage where SH Figure Arts was shitting all over Legends. But I do think that bar has moved where the Legends face prints are much better now than some SH Figure Arts. Again, just my opinion, but I definitely think the scale is flipped there from like the digital face printing as an example. What did Compulsive Collector say? He says, don't forget the absurd ideas of human anatomy, Dan. Yeah, he's referring to McFarlane still. You can also have DC Comics fans who love DC, but then they are not satisfied with McFarlane. Yes, absolutely. Oh, by the way, we're only one super chat away from our goal of the bonus show. So if you do want to find out if St. James brought the Maximum Series Spider-Man, we are just one super chat away from making that happen at the Friday tier. Still not happy with Friday's voice, to be completely honest with you. Justin Collect says, that's right, Dan. It's not about the views. It's about the free toys. That's right. That's what. What do you think Justin's on YouTube? Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Justin, you just exposed yourself there.
He's going to have to change his tagline now because they missed a week. He can't say the most like consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was never beating this. Our stream went for multiple years without missing a week. We've got a great consistency. I was never worried. But Justin's definitely just exposed himself there. Omar V says, I agree, Dan. I assume he means with everything I've just said. Tembone says, I love DC, but McFarlane is out to scale for me. I have Jomo for McFarlane. Yeah, see? And that was the example I was making. It was like, I also love DC, but I'm not, as an action figure fan, I'm not content with what McFarlane do. So I am, as an adult with my own money, I choose to pay the higher price to buy Mafex representations of those characters instead. Even though I'm not happy about the price, that's what's available to me. I can't change it, can I? So you have to make that decision, and everyone makes their own decisions. It's like when you go to the shop and the price of eggs go up. I know that's a big controversy in America right now. Like, you can choose to buy the eggs or not buy the eggs. That is your decision. Now I'm comparing Marvel Legends to eggs. We need to finish this stream, Rich. We will go to the bonus show very momentarily, but anyone got any thoughts, anything they want me to read out before we get gone? No need for the super chats. I am reading as much as I can, but yeah, if anyone's got any thoughts or any particular things they want me to bring up, then please do say so. But again, this stream was more just a general chat about the Spider-Man and who pre-ordered it, because it is today's Marvel Legend news. Only McFarlane ever tempted me has been the Jonah Hex, says David. JR says, at the end of the day, if you want it, you buy it. If you're on the fence, though, you risk missing it out. Yeah, and the unfortunate reality. Your boy's got toys says there's already 5 super chats with my bandwoman. That is very true, because he chose to do the channel membership. For the Streamlabs, which is true. Yeah, your boy's got toys. You are right. You're absolutely right. Flamingo Source says, Mafex is the greatest toy company ever, and if you think otherwise, you're wrong. He is definitely in cahoots with Your Boy's Got Toys. Your Boy's Got Toys has definitely brought like a little crew over today. Cardback says, can we let Rich go on a Hasbro rant for 5 minutes? You got to feel... I think you don't really you're not really the type of YouTube person that gets angry, like genuinely angry about stuff. Like,
I just tend to not buy the the
Yeah,
stuff that
the thing,
is
like,
not appealing to me.
we're aware we're on a YouTube show, so sometimes we exaggerate for the sake of being idiots on YouTube, for the sake of
But
entertainment.
you keep saying this, right? And then people message me thinking that the Kitty Pride thing is an act, and it's not.
Oh no,
She's
that's
fucking
real.
shit,
No, that's
right? So
real.
just don't message me with gifts of Kitty Pride. Like, it's not a joke. She's shit. She's really shit. I don't want to know, right?
Okay, that part is real. Okay, that particular thing is real. But usually, me and Rich, for the sake of entertainment, we do over exaggerate sometimes. But no, that one is deadly serious. Deadly serious. Ra says, Dan, will this line also absorb into MCU Deluxe single character figures? Good question. Will we get the maximum series in the MCU line? Interesting. There's definitely characters within the MCU line that would benefit from like new sculpting and better accessories. Absolutely. But we've now discovered that that will come with the high ticket price. And just think, 4 maximum series figures is going to be £200. Think of it in that regard. It's like, I've currently got hundreds of action figures on the shelf. If they were all maximum series figures, that would be a lot of money. Amanda would definitely not be getting a Valentine's present. So, yeah, as much as I like the concept, it can't be the new normal. No way. No way. Dan should give Rich Exceptional X-Men on April 1st. Is that the new?
I've read Exceptional X. This is the new X-Men. The Kitty Pride is
okay.
teaching the new kids. But Emma Frost is there, so I did check it out. But yeah, I've already dropped it. I'm not a big fan, to be honest with you.
There we go. Rich has got Jomo on that one. The joy of missing out. You can use that in your day-to-day life.
I will now. I will use Jomo whenever I can.
Hope the peg warming Evergreen MCU line was the comic Evergreen line instead. To be fair, it's only particular characters. Okay. You're on about the gold and blue packaging, ain't you? That concept of the MCU is like keeping key characters on the line, isn't it? Like, they should do that for comic. And I thought that's what this maximum series could be, but at the £50 price point, that is not what you encourage new collectors on the board with, unfortunately. That's for people who want the best representation of particular characters.
And it's not wide release either. At the minute, it's fan channel and Amazon. That's it. So
ideally, you want like a £15, £20 Marvel Legends, like always available, like a Spider-Man, an Iron Man, a Captain America at that cheapest price point possible, just to try and encourage and entice, because sometimes people just need to get something in hand to get that, like, to get that bug, to get that scratch, and be like, oh, okay, I want another one of these.
Almost like, when they were doing the army builders in those boxes, which was, I know, plastic free before plastic free, but like that with a Spider-Man, no accessories, just like one Spider-Man for like $15, like that would get people in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've always said, like, there should be an evergreen line for Legends. That's something that's always on pulse.
Blind boxes. Kids love blind boxes. Do blind box Legends.
Oh, saying that, I shouldn't call these blind boxes, but have you seen these? Do you know what these are?
Are they the blockies?
Yeah, this is the third wave of the Infinity Saga. This is a world exclusive. No one else has this yet. There's not one single review on YouTube. This is a world exclusive. There's not even images of this wave online. Yous are all getting a world exclusive here of the characters in this wave 3.
Did they reach out to you and send you that?
They seen how good of a job I do for shilling for Hasbro. They wanted a piece of it. Do you know what I mean? No, yeah, you know me. People reach out for me to do stuff on this channel all the time. Like this week, someone reached out for me to review a food mat, a food heating mat or something like that. Like, I get random shit all the time. 90% of the time I ignore it, right? But occasionally, if something makes sense for the channel, I say yes. Like Legends Verse, like, made complete sense for the channel. Legends Verse is a website that helps you categorize your Marvel Legends. Everybody who watches this channel knows about Marvel Legends. That made sense. That's Marvel. These are Marvel action figures. These are Marvel model kits, posable action figures. So I was like, yeah, I'll check them out. Why not? So, yeah.
Are you allowed to show up, like, if they've not been revealed?
I'm allowed to do a video. Yeah, I'm doing a video for them. So, yeah. But, yeah.
Who's in the way? Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I'll throw the image up. People have said these are good. I'm genuinely curious about these. it's the type of thing that I want to like play with my niece and nephew because they just look fun. There you go. So it's the Infinities. You got Thanos, Hulkbuster, Falcon, Cap in his Infinity War gear, Winter Soldier, Mark 50 with some of the good weaponry, Iron Patriot, and then Groot and Rocket. But yeah, they're like model kits. It's all in Japan. It's all like it's brand new. It hasn't even come out anywhere yet. It's literally brand new. But I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious.
You should review that. Get more views on Husk.
I'm going to try and open them up this weekend. But yeah, they look fun. Again, like I'm always about inspiring that next generation. Like I brought my niece and nephew some presents from In Demand this weekend, and like because the next generation coming up don't really care about toys. They care about games and Switches and stuff like that. So I'm like, look, toys are great. You can display them. Like my nephew is really into Deadpool at the minute, so I'm getting him a Wolverine for his birthday. So he's got a Deadpool and a Wolverine. You know, I'm trying to inspire that next generation for sure. Dan, could you please take a crack at the Transformers blockies? Now, if I had Transformers blockies on this channel, it wouldn't really make much sense, would it? That would be a bit odd. But Marvel, absolutely, I think that's fair game. So I'll be checking them out for sure.
Didn't you review like Penguins 2 years ago?
Yeah, but that was for my niece and nephew.
Alright.
Basically, right, my family know I do talk about toys online, so they just assume that I can get them anything they want. But like, I don't want to give my niece and nephew, like, I'm not giving my nephew a maximum series Spider-Man. Like, I'm not that rich, you know what I mean? So, so when I get the opportunity to do something fun for them, I will. So I did that Penguin one. I did something for Jada as well not long ago. Dan's actually reviewed McFarlane's on the channel. That's true. I did. I checked out the Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah.
I never went and seen the movie, but I do have the action figures in a box upstairs somewhere. But I did review them. Review the Rainbow Bright and Gem.
Get on them. I have them off you. Get all the Rainbow Brights. Get Buddy
them?
Blue for me.
Who makes them?
What are they called? TLS, is it?
I don't know.
The Loyal Subjects. The one they do to Teenage Mutant Turtles.
I got money in the bank.
Fincher? Is that his name?
Matt Fisher donated $19.99. Hello. First time a long listener. No, I did buy it for 2 reasons. 1. I pretty much only do X-Men figs. 2. $50 for a fig. Not a Mondo or Hot Toy. Just no.
Matt Fisher, much appreciated for the super chat. Thank you very much. That also ticks off the goal officially on the chat. So I appreciate that, Matt Fisher. I love this as well. He says, hello, first time long listener. It's like when you phone up a radio show and you go, first time caller, long time listener. I appreciate that, Matt.
Yeah,
thank you.
New Friday didn't read the full super chat. I thought she give up at the end. She's shit. New Friday.
I don't like the New Friday. I need to have words. It's Thursday. This is clearly Thursday and not Friday. I'll fix it.
He said at the end, may you be the one who reviews for decades to come.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Matt. Sorry about Friday. She's shit. But he says, hello. First time, long time listener. No, I didn't buy for 2 reasons. 1, pretty much only do X-Men figs. Like I mentioned earlier, some people have their pockets of the Marvel universe that they stay to. And £50 for a fig. Not a Mondo or a Hot Toy. Just no. Mondo actually put up the new Ghostbuster figure today, didn't they? For the £200 price point again.
£200 for a ghost and a...
Stings, honestly. It definitely stings. And yeah, I appreciate the super. Do you know, like, you are allowed to support content creators you like, you know. Can we please break the stigma of, like, you're not allowed to support? Like, I'm very much appreciative of every single super chat that I get, and I feel like if you become a channel member on this channel, I genuinely give back. Like, you can ask any channel member, I genuinely feel like I give back and allow you to become a part of this channel. So please, thank you so much. Like, don't listen to these people in the chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We need to break this stigma. Do you know, like, if your friend works somewhere, you expect your friend to get you freebies and get you in and like get you, like, you know, if your mate works somewhere, you're like, oh, get me some of this, get me some of that. You should be supporting your friends more so than the people you don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, Let's break that stigma, please, people. Support the people that you like. I am channel members of the channels I enjoy also, for the record. I am. So, no, I appreciate it. And I'm not reading that from your boy's got toys. I'm not reading it. I'm not like... he's spreading these spreading these lies. Jay said, did someone say Mondo or Hot Toys? Yeah, £50 for a Marvel Legend is light work to Jay. Jay's Toys Collection UK is just cackling, going, really? This it? Click. Pre-order, not a problem. Yeah, this man buys Lego, Hot Toys, Mondos, the lot. So a Maximum Series Spider-Man is not of his concern. RJ says, I would have thought it being the 90s style Spider-Man would have made more people get past the price. Hope 90s Black Cat is coming soon. Well, people did get past the price because, can I just reiterate again, for good or for bad, it is sold out. It is gone.
Oh, look at Comics and Cocktails. Is it still in stock in Comics and Cocktails?
Let's have a look. Let's have a little refresh. The
last one standing, there you go.
Sold out. It is sold out. So, see what? So, was that us, Rich, sending the UK folk to Comic and Cocktails, or was that just a coincidence? Could be a coincidence. Could be a coincidence. So yeah, it is now sold out at In-Demand Toys, Star Action Figures, and Comic and Cocktails, and Pulse. So probably the 4 biggest places to pre-order Marvel Legends in the UK. It is sold out. Now there's a few more out there. So
I don't think Amazon UK have had it yet,
Amazon
so that
UK
might go up on there next week.
Amazon UK have shit. It started with a click, Shelly said the whole shebang still have it up. Maybe Proplan replicas do as well. Maybe.
Kapow are they?
Kapow are pretty slow. I know they don't work with Hasbro Direct anymore, so they import in.
Right.
Kapow don't have it up. They might have it up eventually, but they don't go through the same channels as they used to. Let me look at props and replicas. Props and replicas doesn't look like they've got it up for pre-order. Oh, they do. It's up for pre-order on props and replicas. So there you go. Props and replicas still have it in stock. So if you're in the UK, props and replicas, very trustworthy. Never had an issue with them. If you've not used them, I reckon I ain't got nothing but good words to say. So, yeah, there you go. Props and replicas. But otherwise, sold out in multiple places. And, yeah, it seems like it's moving in that direction too. So the community have spoken.
Did they make their logo in MS Word? No, I haven't seen that wave art for years.
Some of the independents in the UK could definitely do with a bit of a touch of magic, let's be honest. Yeah. AliExpress has it, says Super Turk. He only says that because his uncle is AliExpress. Remember, it's Uncle Ali. Kenny's still here. Kenny, I thought you were off to see the film. He says, after buying Mondo Ghostbusters, I feel better about Maximum Spider-Man. Yeah, that's probably the way round to do it. Buy the Mondo Ghostbusters, and then Spider-Man feels like light work to you. Yeah, if you don't want to buy Spider-Man now, like Bethany said, it will be on eBay tomorrow for double the price. So if you prefer to pay double the price, just wait for it to come up on eBay. And again, that's the sad reality of the situation. But we are going to go off to the bonus show, and the bonus show will be public. So let me do that now while we are here, Rich, so I don't forget. And we will ask, did people buy it? Did people buy it?
Did you buy or not to buy? That is the question.
That is the question. The poll, what's the poll saying actually, Rich?
I got money in the bank.
Oh, you got another super chat.
Matt again, thank you very much.
Matt Fisher donated $4.99. Did you manage to get your order in for Jumpsuit Xavier from Target? Also, to the others, God forbid I try and support Dan's channel person facepalming.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Matt. I appreciate that very much. He says, did you manage to get your order in for the Jumpsuit Xavier from Target? Also to the others, God forbid I try and support Dan's channel. Yeah, I appreciate Matt. Thank you very much. That's getting a like and a thumbs up from me. So we don't have Target in the UK, so ours Jumpsuit Xavier isn't exclusive anywhere, Rich. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Xavier is quite accessible for us.
Everywhere in the UK have got him up.
Yeah, so yeah, we have. When's he due, actually? I'll have a quick look off the top of my head.
April, is it? Or is it May?
It's, I don't think it's too far. But yeah, nothing's due March, really, in the UK for us, is it? Let's have a quick look. Charles Xavier, sort of Savage Land. Pre-order on Hasbro Pulse is still in stock. And it is the 13th of May. So yeah, Rich was right. 13th of May. Yeah, no, Legends in the UK is a bit odd at the minute, to be completely honest. We're not too sure like what we're going to see
Unless you're Wolverine fan, available now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, yeah. Right, so I've just made the bonus show public, which we appreciate you for. Thank you very much tonight, as always. I'm going to post this link in there, Dan, who extra. So we're going to continue this conversation. So me and Rich are still going to be live on the internet, still going to be live on this channel, but we're going to go over to the bonus show and get some of you guys on to let us know your experience with this. Did you manage to pre-order it? If you wanted it, are you not buying it? And okay, it's either or. There's no wrong answers here. I'm going to end the poll with 58% of you guys with over 350 votes tonight. It's a lot of votes saying yes, 58%, but 42% said no. So yeah, again, it's a bit mixed. It's not strong one way or the other. Joshua jumped in and said, hard pass for me. I'm good for the renew your vows, Spider-Man. Sometimes people wait until they see a figure in hand. And that's what I genuinely used to do that with reviews myself before I started doing reviews. Like I used to watch a Marvel Legend review to help my purchasing decision. That's what I genuinely try and do for other people as well. With my reviews, I try and give them a better look at a figure to help them with their purchasing decisions. I'm not here to tell you to buy it or not. I'm just here to share my experiences with you guys, and then you can take.
I only bought Husk after watching your review. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy Husk now.
Yeah, Rich may have brought Husk and sent it me to review. But Rich has skills that I don't possess. Rich manages to find these legends way before I do. So I do the same. Sometimes maybe when there's a first review out, and I'm pretty confident. There's going to be an opportunity for other YouTubers at New York Toy Fair to be able to get their hands on this unlimited or maximum series Spider-Man. So if you are a YouTuber going to Toy Fair, then I'm pretty confident you will get hands-on with this Spider-Man, and we'll probably get some feedback from people after the fact. But no one's technically got hands-on yet.
My nan is still personally offended that you touched Adam Warlock before her. She's not happy, Dan. She's not happy.
I touched Adam Warlock before your nan?
Yeah, she's not happy with that. She's not happy. How dare you, Dan? How dare you?
Your nan?
It was the comments on YouTube. People were moaning because you opened the figures first.
Oh, you confused me when you said your nan. I was like, what? when did I offend Rich's nan? Yeah, no, people people are idiots. People are absolute idiots. Like, anyway, not anyone who watches this channel. Not anyone who watches this channel. You guys are the sensible, clever people. Let's get out of here, Rich. Right, we appreciate you. We're going to go over to the bonus show. Where is my button? Again, come and join. Be a part of this crew that we've got building over here. We've just done a podcast in a car, for God's sake, that you can watch if you are a channel member. But yeah, we're going to go over to the bonus show now. Rich, until then, tell these beautiful people where you can find you online.
You can find me displayed once on Instagram, where I will be counting the £50 that I have saved. What will I spend it on? Let me know.
Find out next week. Probably a McFarlane chase, maybe, if Mike can find it. So yes, we will be back next week. No Legends and Liquor this weekend or anything. So everyone enjoy your weekend. Go and see Captain America or Bridget Jones if you're into that, and enjoy your Valentine's Day. Show some love to the people that you love tomorrow. And you can also, I can't wait to see the look on Amanda's face when she finds out that I've pre-ordered the Maximum Series Spider-Man. Maybe I'll film her reaction for a reel or something like that. She would not like that at all. You may see me with a black eye on the next stream, by the way. People just putting that out there now so nobody is shocked if I have a black eye on the next stream. We all know why, okay? I'm always speaking amongst friends here. But let's get out of here, all right? I'll see you next week for the topic that we will figure out then. Bye-bye. Click that one or that one. Anyone you want, right? New reviews this week. Shout out Rich for hooking me up. But yeah, we've got Fabian, we've got Wolverine, and yeah, I've even got these Lockies. They look fun. So keep an eye on the channel, right? I'll put the reviews and stuff there. Click one of them. I'll see